Welcome back to the series of finding cheap games that you need to play. This is another 5 cheap games that I feel you will need to play just because they are so good and they are so cheap at the moment. If you are unfamiliar with the rules of this series, they are in the description along with the links to the Steam store page for the games if you wish to buy them. There will also be chapters throughout the video so that if you want to check out the game titles and skip to that specific part of the video, you can do so. And in this video, we have a mining game, we've got an action RPG, there's a third-person shooter slash roguelike. We also have a heist game slash like shooting, and then we have a tower defense. So, starting this one off, we have Deep Rock Galactic. This is a fantastic mining game. You've got a bunch of different difficulties available, as well as the game telling you the cave complexity and giving you a rating for the mission length. So there is a lot of accessibility in this game. You can play really, really easy. You can play incredibly difficult. You can play co-op in this game, or you can play solo. And if you choose solo, you are going to be given a little bot called Bosco that's going to help you mine materials and navigate the mine. There are a couple of different objectives in the mines. You'll have some like collecting alien eggs, finding certain resources, or killing certain creatures. And when it comes to creatures, you are going to have these bugs that come to attack you every now and then. Some of them being armored and having really hard to reach weak points like the back, but you are going to easily see it as it's going to be a green glowing part of the bug. So it's easy to spot, it's just difficult to sort of gain access to that weak point and get the kill. You will also get a mule that will carry resources for you, as well as supply drops and loads of equipment on your character. The game has different character classes. My favourite one's got a minigun, a zipline launcher, so that you can get out of like hard spots in the mine, and also a deployable dome shield. And all the equipment in the game comes with upgrades and stuff, and that's what you're mining resources for. You go into a mine, you gather resources, you go back to base, and you use those resources to upgrade your equipment so that it makes the mining easier. You also get rechargeable glow sticks that you can throw to light up really dark areas in the mines. And once you have completed the objectives, you can go to the mule, call in a drop pod, like basically just sending a drop pod to a certain zone in the mine. You are then going to have a time limit to make your way back there, and there's going to be a swarm, which is basically a load of bugs that are going to come and attack you while you're making your way back. I could honestly sit there and talk about Deep Rock Galactic for ages. I absolutely love this game. And if you are interested in this one, it's going to set you back £8.24 in the Steam Summer Sale. But if you do have an Xbox Game Pass membership, it's also available on there. Then game number 2, the action RPG, we have Tribes of Midgard. So it's an action RPG, but it's mixed with survival because you have different game modes available to play. Survival mode's going to be like a story mode. You start with nothing, you build your way up. But then you have Saga mode, which is my favourite. You start the game around the seed of Yggdrasil with a bunch of different vendors, and your goal is to survive as many days as possible. There are a bunch of different resources you can gather to then craft tools to chop down trees and gather ores from deposits like iron and stuff. You have enemy camps you can defeat as well. You can get goodies from treasure chests if you take all the enemies down and like you get inside the camp. There's also fishing, there's other quests to do. You'll also get a mount and pets that you can take on the journey. Every night your camp is going to be attacked, and you only have fortified gates that are defending the seed, so you do have to go back to camp every now and then to defend, although the vendors are going to actually get involved and help you out as well. After a while, you will have a Jotun spawn, that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know how to pronounce the name properly, but they are like a big gigantic boss that has a load of health. We're talking like 72,000 hit points for the first one. And they are going to easily break into your base and destroy the seeds. So you're kind of on a time limit to level up and upgrade your gear, but it is a bunch of fun playing runs and seeing how far you can get. If you do manage to take down the first Jotun, you then progress further into the days and you just keep upgrading from there, become really, really strong, take down more bosses and everything. And if you are interested in Tribes of Midgard, it's going to set you back £5.09 in the Steam Summer Sale. Then game number 3 is the third-person shooter slash roguelike, and that is Crab Champions. Crab Champions is a brilliant roguelike game that has you starting in a lobby where you can test your weapons, unlock new weapons, and even change your skins or the game difficulty. The game difficulty is going to do things like giving you more health or giving you less, so that enemies will deal more damage and be faster and things like that. When you go into a new run, you will have crabs, slugs, ants, and skulls attacking you, getting harder the further you get. and your goal in this game is to become the Crab Champion by taking down the boss on wave 30, although you will have a bunch of challenges along the way. You complete a wave and earn a reward chest to receive things like additional damage, stronger grenades, extra health, cheaper shop items. There are so many different things you can earn from the chests at the end of a wave. The chest items are also going to have different rarities and they can stack for bigger bonuses. Like for an example, if you find the item that's got a bigger mag size or gives you a bigger mag size, it will start at 50%. Then when you get level 2, it'll be 100%, level 3 will be 150, and some of the upgrades and stuff in this game become crazy powerful. After taking your reward, you have a choice of what to challenge in the next wave, so one might be a damage chest, which will just be a simple wave, but the other one might give you 2 health chests, but that's if you survive the horde wave without being hit. So that one's known as a flawless run. They're relatively easy, especially at the start of the game, but it all depends on if you want that extra challenge or not. And not only that, if you go into a flawless run and you get hit, then you're only going to get 1 chest if you survive the wave. And every few waves, you will go to a shop where you can spend your crystals, you can heal up a little bit, and some shop waves are going to have totems that spawn in. Even the standard waves have these totems. They're completely random, and they have different features, like one's called a fuse totem. It's basically on a timer, so if you're too slow to interact with it, the totem's going to be destroyed and you get no item. Others might give you a legendary item at the cost of 50% of your max health. There are a bunch of different totems and stuff in the game. Some are going to be really helpful, and some are going to screw you over. Once you defeat the wave 30 boss and you've gone through the challenge waves and the elite waves, you'll be given a choice. You can either become Crab Champion and end that run, or you can go through to Endless, where it just carries on from 31 onwards to see how far you can go. Elites and the main boss are going to give you keys which you can use as a totem in the lobby. That totem is going to unlock different weapons. They're completely random, so you get enough keys, you interact with the totem, it's going to give you a random weapon that you can use in future runs. But there are also challenges like surviving, like becoming the Crab Champion, that are going to unlock different skins for your crab. So lots and lots to do in this game, and Crab Champions is going to set you back £7.19 in the Steam Summer Sale. Then moving on to game number 4, this is the heist shooting game, and this one is Payday 2. Payday 2 is possibly the best heist game out there. It's also available on Xbox Game Pass. It's called the Crime Wave Edition. And there are lots of different possibilities and difficulties and weapons and everything like that. The game can get really tough, but the reward is definitely worth it, as you will see hundreds of thousands of dollars become available to mess around with. You can play this game online, you can play it solo and with bots, although the bots are not the best. They will revive you if you go down. They'll be your bullet sponge and you can chuck money bags at them so that they can carry them. Although they will receive severe movement penalties, so it's not ideal throwing money bags at them unless you move to the drop-off point really slowly. There are mods available for this game to help you out if you need them, like improving the pathing of the bots. And you can also command them to follow you or to stay where they are and hold down a position. And what's better is the fact that Payday 3 is releasing this year and is launching on Xbox Game Pass on day 1. So for 89p, you can purchase Payday 2, you'll get a lot of entertainment and practice for the new game for when it releases. So that's all Payday 2 is going to set you back in the Steam Summer Sale, 89p. It's 100% worth it. It is so cheap and the gameplay is a lot of fun. And that moves us into the 5th and final game for this video, and that is the Tower Defense, and it is Bloons TD6. It's one of the best tower defense games I've ever played. You start off with some basic monkeys to place at the side of the path to defend against balloons. As your monkeys do their job, like the glue monkey gluing balloons and the sniper monkey mowing down balloons, they're going to earn XP. Their XP can be used to permanently unlock upgrades, so that when you've earned enough money, you're going to be able to purchase the upgrades and make your monkeys stronger. As the waves go on, the balloons get tougher, and eventually you'll come across camo, lead, and even ceramic balloons, which are going to require specific upgrades to pop, and there's challenge events and everything like that available in the game. You will then later on start seeing Moabs, and these pop into lots of smaller balloons, so the waves get even tougher. You'll then start seeing things like the ZOMG, and that is going to be destroyed into lots of Moabs, the Moabs into balloons. It gets really, really tough. And there are different difficulties, there are hero monkeys, different game modes, and there are mods, which unfortunately are not as simple as subscribing to them through the Steam Workshop. So if you are interested in the game and modding it, I have a separate video on the channel to help make the modding process easy and understandable. And in the basic game mode in Bloons TD 6, you have 40 waves to complete. Then after you move on to other maps and modes, or you can jump into free play, which is going to keep getting harder and harder until the balloons eventually get the better of your defenses. And it's a really fun, chill game that can get you lost for hours and hours. And Bloons TD 6 is going to set you back £2.94 in the Steam Summer Sale. So again, a really, really cheap title that will give you hours and hours worth of fun. And if you are interested in all of these games, all 5 of them in this video will cost you a total of £24.35. It's the cheapest 5 games that we've covered so far. That's when you're adding all of their prices, like combining all of their prices. The total is the cheapest one that we've covered so far. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.